How do you make the most out of the summer?
What if we slow it down? Meaning, what if we focus on for the summer quality over quantity? I think part of what can happen is we rush ourselves and our kids trying to fit all the things in the limited amount of time we have. And then instead of enjoying the moments or the
Mm.
experiences, we end up just checking boxes. All right, on to the next thing, on to the next thing, on to the next thing. It's no fun. It's no way to live in whatever season we're in. But for the summer, what if you focused on quality? And what if you focused on, this is going to be controversial, but I'm going to say it anyway, only what you actually wanted to do?
Mix 102.5, the best mix from the 90s to now. Big Poppa in the afternoon. Mental Wellness Wednesday. Life coach Rebeccah Silence is on the line. And Rebecca, hi, how are you?
Hello, everyone. So glad to be here.
All right. So we are on the beginning of summer vacation for the kids. And, especially, I mean, you're born and raised, you're in Colorado now, but you're born and raised here in central New York. And
Yeah.
so you understand that the summer months are very precious here because of how the weather is here.
Yes.
So I was going to just give you this broad stroke and let you take it any way you want. How do you make the most out of the summer? Whether it's individually, whether it's as a family, whether it's as a couple, whether it's just schedule wise, how can you make the best and the most out of your summer?
Yeah, I love this question. And yeah, I live in a place, Boulder, Colorado, where it's sunny 300 days of the year, the opposite of central New York, right?
Right.
Where we get sun maybe 60 days of the year and typically summer. So, I think the first thing I want to say is what if we slow it down? Meaning, what if we focus on for the summer quality over quantity? I think part of what can happen is we rush ourselves and our kids trying to fit all the things in the limited amount of time we have. And then instead of enjoying the moments or the experiences, we end up just checking boxes. All right, on to the next thing, on to the next thing, on to the next thing. It's no fun. It's no way to live in whatever season we're in. But for the summer, what if you focused on quality? And what if you focused on, this is going to be controversial, but I'm going to say it anyway, only what you actually wanted to do, instead of, okay, I have to do dinner at my aunt's house, make food for my mom, get these things done for all of these people this week, and then I can squeeze in the movie I want to go see, or Fort Ricky Game Farm, or whatever it is that we're going to do. What if we started with the quality priorities that take care of you and your family? And if it just isn't something you want, even just for this week, put yourself on a process of, I do nothing out of obligation or that I'm going to be tolerating that I don't really want to do. And I don't put my kids through doing things out of obligation or tolerating. Let's not model to our kids, on to the next thing, on to the next thing, checking off the list, the shoulds. Let's start focusing on what we want, that we have the means to do. The other thing that people do, we do it in the holidays, like at Christmas time, but people also do it in the summer, overextending themselves financially because they feel like they should. That's not setting anyone up to win. So make sure it's what you really want, and make sure you actually have the means to do it, and focus on enjoying versus obligation. And that is going to be an amazing summer. The last thing I'll say about this is ask your kids what they're wishing for. They're not necessarily going to get it, but include them in the conversation, because that'll take the pressure off of you trying to figure out all the things that you think are right and best for your family, and keeping your kids in the conversation. It helps you understand them better while it takes the pressure off, but it also gives them a sense of feeling valued and seen and heard, and like their opinion matters, because it does. So hopefully this is useful, but quality, slow it down, no obligation, no toleration, and include your kids in the conversation. Let this summer be a breath of fresh air that allows you to just keep exhaling and enjoying, not, a pressure cooker scenario that then fall hits and now we got to recover from the summer.
One of the things that, as you were talking, I related to, um, number one, multitasking. Like when you're there, be there. Don't be
Yes.
there physically, but working on your phone. Or, but if you're gonna do it, do it. Don't just go through the motions, because again, you're setting an example for your children.
Well, and absolutely. And if you're focusing on setting the summer up to win for you and for your family, come fall, it will be a lot easier to set the school year up to win for you and your family.
And one last thing, whenever I talk to a wedding couple, when I DJ'd their wedding,
Yeah.
I one of the pieces of advice, if they're looking for it, is I'll actually tell them not to wear a watch,
Yeah.
because if most times they have planned for over a year for this one day, and you want to be able to enjoy it. But if you're doing this the whole time, being like, what's next, where are we going, we only have blah, 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 you're not actually in the moment, you're not there, you're not enjoying what it is, you're just trying to rush through this to get to the next thing, to get to the next thing. And like when you said, just checking off boxes, that's where my mind went, because
Yeah.
it's like, okay, well, we can be here till 3:30, but then we have to be so and so at 4, and so like take some stuff off that list and just be there, be present, and
Right.
enjoy it,
Right.
instead of just going through the motions and then peacing out.
There's nothing more powerful than presence and our ability to set ourselves up to win. We've always got that ability and that power to decide, I'm only going to focus on what takes care of me and my family right now so that I can be more present. And I love that you're bringing this point up, because it is, in weight loss, we talk about non-scale victories, right? Like, are you feeling better in your clothes? Did you, drink the green drink that day? Did you get your workout, right? When we're talking about emotional healing, the non-scale victory is, how present are you? That's such an amazing metric of success. And when you're knowing that you only do what you want to do on your terms, and you're teaching how your kids how to do that too, what a victory and what a metric of success. So what takes us out of presence, here's what I'll leave us with, is just being triggered and our mind being stuck in the past or in the future. I've got a free masterclass for you at RebeccahSilence.com, the trigger trauma release method that you can take now. Because if you're thinking, okay, Rebecca, all of this sounds great in theory, but I don't know how to set myself up to win, take this free masterclass like today at RebeccahSilence.com, the Trigger Trauma Release Masterclass.
Again, it's RebeccahSilence.com. Also, grab the book Coming Back to Life, available wherever you get your books. It's a Mental Wellness Wednesday. Life coach Rebeccah Silence. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.